What's up guys, macadii here. Now today I'm bringing you guys another NU session. Now I know we had a sort of casual one recently. I had a lot of fun doing that one, so I figured that we're going to put the upcoming Mega Altaria session on hold. And we're just going to slide in a NU session at this point because there's a few things that I've really wanted to try. And NU is a lot of fun at the minute. I know there's still the Gallade and everything like that, but as long as you bring a few things to handle it, it should be okay. So this is the first Pokemon I've really wanted to try for a very long time. And this is actually a set that I think it was Dun, Fufu and Shroomraver used in their latest session where they sort of all worked together on that. And it's a sub-punching Golurk that looks to be a lot of fun, I must admit. It's actually a Wheezing counter, which sounds really weird, but it can actually set up substitutes on Wheezing. It's got enough speed to outspeed a defensive Wheezing, and a few other things if I remember rightly. And actually you can get the sub up, which means you won't be Will-O-Wisps, and Shadow Punches can just slowly whittle it down, and Wheezing is unable to break the sub as well, so it's really good. And just generally in their session did a lot of work, and I've been itching to give it a go, so I figured, you know, why not now. So alongside that we have Moo Cow, which is my special wall. So this is very much a supportive set where I've got Sap Sipper, which is going to work really well with our defensive wall, which is the Quagsire. So I'm going to go for a Body Slam, Milk Drink, Heal Bell, and Stealth Rock. Heal Bell to sort of support the team, so if Golurk gets burnt, or if Nut gets toxic or anything like that, or even if Quagsire gets toxic, it just works. Heal Bell is going to be really useful for this team. Stealth Rocks as well, because I don't have a Stealth Rocker. And then just finally Body Slam for a bit of damage. I was considering going for Seismic Toss instead, but to be honest, the Paralysis chance is actually incredibly useful. So I decided to stick with Body Slam. I know it doesn't give the same sort of damage output, but I still think it's going to be really useful, especially if there's setup sweepers or something like that. To get Paralysis off, I've got a lot of really hard hitters. That means that I can sort of bring those in and do a lot of damage from there. Moving on, we have Nut, which is the Uxie, which is a sub-calm mindset, which I've faced a lot of times and been swept by a lot of times. This is another thing I've really wanted to try. The Eevee set is from the Smogon website. I'm trying to remember some of the points that they tried to make. I think 2-2-4 Timid outspeeds, just going to put that to 0, outspeeds base 90s, so you can actually get a bit of a sweep going. It's sort of quite a fast, calm mindset, which seems a little bit weird. 36 speed EVs is you can... I'm trying to remember what that was for. That might have been actually for Alligator, which is now gone, so it's probably a little bit redundant, but it's good to have a little bit of, you know, special attack going on there. I'm actually going to make that an even one, just because that means you sort of maximize on those calm mind boosts, if it's going to let me. There you go. So, obviously, if you're boosting up, you kind of want them to be even, because otherwise you get rounding issues and all that sort of thing. So it is always good if you have a move that's going to be boosted to make that even. Also, the 184 HP and the 60 defense means you can set up on Mega Dino. The only way they can really touch you is if they have knockoff, and with that EV spread, knockoff won't be able to break the substitute as well. So hopefully it will work out fine. I might change it around and sort of fiddle with it a little bit, but we shall see. Alongside that, we have our Wall Breaker, which is Scyther with Choice Band. Technician, obviously, because that's by far the best ability that it gets. And I decided on Aerial Ace, U-Turn, and then Bug Bite to get a really hard hit off, because it has 105 speed, which is a really good speed tier. Outspeeds a lot of things, especially in NU, so Bug Bite will be able to hopefully get me a sweep going. And then finally Knockoff as well, because I wasn't really too sure what to go for the last move, and I figured it's probably the best one to go for, especially with us being banded. Banded Knockoff, with sort of Eviolite being so present in this tier as well, is going to be really useful. Moving on, we have No Water for You, which is our Quagsire, which is Scald, Earthquake, Recover, and then finally Curse. I was considering Toxic, but I think Curse is going to be quite good, because you can set up on quite a few different things, and sort of just make yourself incredibly physically bulky, and it means you're not sort of stalled out by Mega Dino and a few other things as well, so hopefully it's going to work out quite well. We also then finally have Sinistar, our Cryogonal, which is a Life Orb Cryogonal, but then I've also popped Rapid Spin on there, just mainly for Reaper's sake, just to get rid of those rocks and things like that. I know it's not the most ideal Rapid Spinner, but I wanted something that was offensive but that could also Rapid Spin, and at the moment there aren't many great choices for Rapid Spinners or Defoggers, so I figured this one was the best bet. So we got Freeze Dry, which is for Quagsires and things like that. I'm trying to remember what other things there are that it's useful for, because Seismitoad's now gone, but it's mainly for Quagsire, because quite a lot of my team does struggle with that. Flash Cannon for Fairies and things like that, and then finally Frost Breath. I decided to go for Frost Breath over Ice Beam, because while it does hit the same, and you do lose on that chance to sort of freeze, and also the chance to crit, it means if you've got a Calm Mind user that you're up against, Frost Breath might just come in clutch. So I figured that's probably the best bet. We've got 252 in special attack, 252 in speed. Now, because this is quite quick, we're actually going to jump straight into battle right here. So I will see you guys at the first one. Okay, so we're against a guy called Bardizzle, and he's already bringing what I consider the bane of my life in NU, which is Kecleon. As you guys probably know, Kecleon is always a real pain to try and work around, and somehow I always end up struggling really badly. So, looking at the rest of his team, he's probably got maybe a physically defensive Gourgeist. I think that's it's probably a large Gourgeist, and maybe his Claydol. I'll probably say his Claydol is a special wall, and then sort of maybe like an Assault Vest Lapras. I guess the Miltank might be a special wall, actually, thinking about that. It's a little bit tricky to say for the minute. In terms of lead, I am kind of anticipating the Miltank leading, just to set up Stealth Rock. So I'm very, very tempted to lead off with Reaper, because I can get a really, really good hit off, and that would be really nice. And I think that's what we're going to go for. It was also, as well, in case you led off with a Claydol, we will be outspeeding... Yeah, we will be outspeeding this, unless it's this Scarf Miltank, which is completely unlikely. So we're just going to go for a U-turn here. That does a really good chunk of damage. And that means we could go out into a few things. Actually, not many few things. Probably the best thing to go out into... I don't really want to be hit with a Toxic or anything like that, but they normally run T-Wave. So we're going to go out into Oversized Hands, as he does go for the Body Slam. And we're just going to sub up here, because there's a really... In his mind, he's probably going to think, okay, it does end up Milk Tricking. Well, we can sub up here, and we're going to get an absolutely disgusting hit off. And he does go for the EQ, which does break our sub, but a Focus Pull... Oh! Just disgusting. Oh. And a crit as well. I think that probably would have KO'd anyway. So, I'm already loving this set, guys. It's just... absolutely mental. I'm not really sure what he's going to be bringing in now, but that Golurk has just put a massive smile on my face. He does go out into Pumpkin, which... Is it a small? No, it's a super one. Okay. That's not too bad. What we can go out into... I'm quite tempted to actually go out into Sinistar, because I know this is probably going to be going for maybe a Will-O-Wisp, but we have quite a bit of speed. Do we risk it? I'm actually going to risk it. Ooh, let's see. Leech. Golurk, you're just beautiful. Or we could go for a Shadow Punch here. And this is going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, 52%. As he goes for the Seed Bomb, as long as he doesn't have lefties... He does have lefties. Okay. I'm not actually going to risk it. I'm actually going to go out into... let's have a look. We could go out into Uxie, actually. Because we could sub up. We've got quite a good amount of defense. He does go for the Leech Seed. Okay, we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be switching out here, because it's really not worth it. We'll go out into Sinistar, because I don't think there's a huge amount outside of maybe Seed Bomb, but he's probably going to Leech Seed again. We'll see. Hopefully I didn't mispredict. I probably mispredicted there, yeah. That's not good. I need to remember I really shouldn't switch this in on physical threats. But it does mean we could go possibly for the Freeze Dry. What's he got? He's got the Lapras, which is probably coming out. I'm quite happy to assume the Lapras is coming in, so I'm actually going to switch out into Reaper and pull a bit of a double. He goes the Shadow Sneak, fair enough. Well, I'm going to go for the Knockoff here, because Knockoff hits everything really quite well. Even if he burns me, I still think it's worth it, because I can... Ooh, I can't KO him, unfortunately. But he has lost his leftovers, though, which is going to be really useful. So I'm just going to go for another Knockoff, because I don't think there's much this guy can do. And just in case he wants to switch, don't worry, I can get that burn back. Yeah, so to solve the problem with the burn later on. So he is... getting quite a bit of HP back, but I think another Knockoff should KO, and I just want this Pumpkin out the way, because it means Oversized Hands has a bit of a nicer day from there, because if I can get a sub up on that Lapras, it's going to do a huge amount. So the Lapras comes out. Are we going to... Did we predict right? Is this an Assault Vest? No, it's Leftovers. Right, we are going to be switching out here. Probably into... I guess Moo Cow. Moo Cow handles this quite easily. Let's see what he's got. He's got the Hydro Pump, really not doing a huge amount. And we're just going to go for a Heal Bell here, because I really want to make sure... he goes for Protect, that's good. Nice and free Heal Bell. And we're just going to set up our rocks as well, because Golurk can come in on that, and everything like that. And that's going to be really good. So, let's... Oh, he does end up disconnecting anyway. So, that was a very interesting first battle, I must admit. Golurk put in a lot of work, and I'm really excited to see how it's going to pan out later on. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and I hope you guys liked the team, and I will see you guys at the next one. Macadii out.